What's going on, guys? Just doing a late night commentary here. Can't really sleep, so I'm going to do this and then try to go back to sleep so I can get up early and go to work. And it's Mother's Day, so wish your mom a happy birthday, or yeah, happy birthday, happy Mother's Day, and give them hugs, kisses, all that good shit. And if you're a real cheap ass like me and you didn't really buy them anything, at least get them a card. Go to the store and get a card because moms dig that. They love the thought. They know you might not have the money to buy them a nice gift, but the card is always appreciated by the mom so much more than anybody else. I think they just, for some reason, they love those cards, man. Like, you didn't write it or anything, you just like went to the store and picked it up off the shelf, but they still really really think that you put so much thought into that. And it's pretty cool to get their reaction just from a card. But anyways, let's see, I'm going to get into talking about the map pack pretty much, and I'm just going to give you guys some of my initial thoughts because, like I said, I haven't really played these maps too much. Just so much zombies gameplay for me, and this is pretty much like 3 or 4 times that I've played each of these maps, and my final score on this gameplay is 36-8, which isn't as good as what I wanted to have. Like I said, I wanted to have much better kill death ratios than I had on the previous map pack on the first gameplays that I put out. But what ended up happening was I had this gameplay, which was, like I said, 36-8, and then I had another 23-4, and I just felt like the 13 extra kills were well worth the 4 extra deaths, and that this gameplay was more exciting and that you would enjoy it more. So that's why I ended up choosing this. And I think that was with the Commando, which I don't have golden yet, and then the AK-47 golden just looks awesome, so I figured that's another reason I would choose this gameplay. So Stockpile, pretty much, it's a lot like Storm. There's like a center building. It's not as big as Storm, I don't think. There's a central location, this building, and then there's like a circular path that you can take around the map, around that building. But it seems like the opposite of Storm. It seemed like on Storm and Modern Warfare 2 that everybody was on the outside and not inside the building. But it seems like the opposite here. It seems like everybody's inside the building, and right here at these doors. This was stupid of me to call in the napalm after I opened the door. Because if you open the door, obviously somebody on the other side knows that somebody's on the opposite side opening it up. And it seems like everybody loves to do that. Everybody loves to open up those doors, and maybe that'll change. Maybe that's just because it's new. But as of right now, it seems like there's a lot of people inside of the building as opposed to the outside. And then Convoy and Zoo are probably the two that I haven't played that much. Everybody seems to vote Stockpile and Hotel over the other two. But Convoy, there's, at the beginning of the match, you can guarantee that at least 3 people on your team are going to run up to the top of the walkway and look across the whole map, or to the opposite side of the map, and try to snipe or get some cool shot or something like that. And that's what everybody seems to do. And then, but for some reason, after that initial firefight, after they get done doing that at the beginning, everybody goes around the outsides of the map, and you might have like 1 or 2 people up on the top of that walkway and look across the map. But other than that, the rest of the team will stick to the outsides of the map the rest of the time. That was a nice little 3 kills right there, and then I get picked off by that guy with Ghost. And I look like my teammate was kind of stuck in motion there. So that's pretty much it on Convoy. I don't have too much about that, but I do think that a good place to be is kind of that there's like a walkway that you can take, or some stairs that you can take up to the center of the map that'll bring you up to the street. I feel like if you kind of stick right there, you can see on either side of the two, or you can see either of the 2 walkways, and you can see like down below you, and I feel like that's a good spot to be. But you can also get taken out from so many different angles, so it might not be the best place. But anyways, Hotel, this is probably my favorite, but like I said in my previous video, and just like on Convoy, you can go up to the top of these 2 buildings, and you can see inside the windows of each building, kind of like a Nuketown type thing, except the map much bigger. So you can see all the way across there, and then there's a huge open space in the middle of the map. So pretty much if you're in either one of those 2 windows or the middle of the map, you're easily going to be able to get picked off by a sniper from the opposite window. So I would advise you not to go up there, and also I would advise you not to just because I hate that, and I hate matches where that's all that the game is just decided between those 2 windows. I wish they would stop making maps like that to where you could see all the way across the opposite end of the map. It just encourages people to sit up there in those buildings, and it's just frustrating. But hopefully people will get bored of that once they actually learn the map. But the thing about Hotel is, if you don't want to stand up there in one of those 2 buildings, you can easily avoid them by just sticking to the far right or the far left of the map, because then the people in those windows can't really see you. So that works out pretty good, and that also makes it a lot easier to sneak up on them and flank them and come from behind, because then they're just so screwed that they don't even know what to do. So that's pretty much all I got on hotel. There's also on hotel. Sorry, I do have something else. In the middle of the map, there's a spot that you can sit, which gives you pretty good coverage. Usually, only your head's sticking out. But usually you can't stay there longer than like 30 seconds, because then somebody's going to realize you're there, and there's like 3 or 4 ways to get inside of it, so you can't cover all your angles. So watch out for that if you like to go in there. That'll be a place that a lot of people want to hang out to. And then the elevators are just awesome to use on that map. I've had a lot of fun using those, and claymores are awesome on hotel because you're guaranteed to get at least like 3 or 4 kills with claymores just inside the elevators. If you spawn on one side of the map and put a claymore inside of the elevator, one of the elevators on your side, and then you like run to the opposite side of the map and start forcing them to spawn where you originally were, they're guaranteed to run into those elevators and get killed by the claymores. It's pretty funny to just be across the map and like totally forget that you had that claymore laid down, and then you just get a plus 200 during double XP here, or plus 100 if you're playing normally. And then there's Zoo, which I haven't played too much, and that was a bad bad grenade throw right there. But anyways, on Zoo, there's just so many spots to be, man. Like, there's so many places for you to camp and be at, but then there's also so much area for you to run around and explore that, since I've only played it once or twice, I don't really know too much about it, and I don't really have too much to say. But I heard that it was going to be an interactive map, and as far as I can tell, there really isn't anything that you can do. Everybody thought there was going to be something going on with animals and this, that, and the other, but it didn't turn out to be that way, I don't think, unless I'm mistaken and I just haven't played it enough to really know. But that's pretty much it as far as my thoughts on that are. And then also the new sniper patch that came out, I think is like the biggest change yet for the snipers. For some reason, I do so much better with this. And I'm going to give you guys the option. I have 2 21-3 gameplays. One's on Hotel and one is on Convoy. And then I also have a pretty decent sniper gameplay on like an old map and original map. So you guys pick which one you want to see, whether you want to see the L96 gameplay or you want to see those 2 21-3 gameplays on the Escalation maps. So I'll talk to you guys later, and y'all have a good day.